All right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show here live on Go Live TV. It's so much fun tonight. We've learned so much, and the great stories just keep coming. The show is about transforming lives one story at a time, and we invite people from all walks of life to share their heart stories of upliftment and how things have changed from maybe moments in the valley to the mountaintop, and the lessons or blessings they've learned along the way. And I'm so grateful that they're here to share some of that with us so that we can continue to grow. So we are back with an amazing woman. I met her a couple of months ago, and she's just outstanding community activist. She's a former MP. She is a podcast host, and we'll talk about her amazing show. And she's also the author of Empowering Women to Succeed Legacy. Please welcome Eni Oszlai to the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Nikki. Appreciate the invite.
Oh, gosh, you look fantastic. I love the red on you.
Thank you. I wanted to match.
Yes, it does. Oh, that's just a fantastic background, and we'll talk about your show. But let's talk a little bit about the type of woman you are. Oh, how did that begin? The journey leading to become all the many parts of who you are, like Shaka Khan, every woman.
Wow, that's quite a statement. So it's actually very interesting because your previous guest was talking about that we are here for a reason and we have a purpose in life.
Yes.
And it usually takes time for everybody to find their purpose. It's not that easy that you wake up one morning and you have the epiphany, right? So for me, it definitely was a journey. I was born in Europe. I'm half German, half Hungarian, and I moved to Canada for love. So I actually married my Canadian fiancé back in 2004. Then we had a family. And, I always worked in the world of finance. I happen to have my master's in adult education, but I always worked in the world of finance. I was managing multi-million-dollar portfolios. And then suddenly, I had this major car accident back in 2015. It was literally rattling up my world. And that allowed me to take time and reflect and grow. And that's when I came to the realization that there's more to this life. There's more what's in me and what I should be giving. And so that's when I actually became the financial doctor who I am today. So now I have, all my licenses, not just investments, but insurance, real estate. And as I mentioned, I do the master's education as well. But I also completed the Bob Proctor program, which is all about mindset. And over time, I also started my spiritual journey as well. So it was a very, very holistic approach. And throughout the journey, I realized that there's so much more to this world, what we can give to others. And it all starts from within. It all starts with finding the love from within, the gratitude, the source of the divine, and then really channeling it out to make the world a better place.
Absolutely. I love that. You've reckoned the understanding that the source of it is love, right?
Absolutely.
And for me, God is love. So it's an amazing thing. RBC, financial doctor, financial specialist, top financial specialist in Canada. I think we need to give her a round of applause for that achievement.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask you some of the things that we maybe are challenged with in this lifetime is finances and how to, accumulate what we need to provide for our everyday means, but also how to create a legacy of generational wealth. How do you do that? What are some of the ways that we can prepare for that?
And so I'd like to give you a very atypical answer.
Sure.
Many financial doctors or financial people would be talking about, this is what you need to do with regards to your investments, insurance, real estate, and so on. And of course, there is a strategy out there that I do recommend my clients to follow in terms of creating residual income. But the true reality is that it's the trilogy that you need, which is all from within. So it's your body, mind, and spirit. So if you're not healthy, which I had to live through myself, nothing else matters. If your mind is not there, how are you going to achieve your someday? How are you going to achieve your own legacy? So you really, really have to be mindful about what are your goals, what are your inspirations, what are your desires, what is your actual life purpose, why are you there? And then, of course, the spiritual journey. I really must say, and you know, some people call it God, some people call it universe, some people call it whatever they want to call it. But we can all agree that there's more to this world than what the naked eye can see. And I really must say that the true opening came once, you know, I became also aware of how much power we have because God is from within.
Yes.
And so once you have this holistic approach, that's when you can truly master your life and achieve whatever you need. Now, that being said, you really need the right people around you. You really need the right people around you. And so to your point, you know, you said, you know, I'm the top financial specialist, female financial specialist in Canada, which is a huge accomplishment, especially in a very masculinated world of finances. But I'm telling you that this is a secret, and the secret comes from the love. When you treat your clients how you would want to be treated, and you raise them up to their success, to their highest potential, the rest is falling into place.
Absolutely, absolutely. I remember a quote from Oprah, who is my mentor, so to speak, and she said, don't chase the money, chase the passion, and the rest will follow. Yeah. You know, so it's amazing how we're in alignment, and it's not by mistake, it's all by wonderful design. So you're a financial doctor, and you empower, you know, people in the community, but you're also now empowering through prose, and you have a book, Empowering Women to Succeed Legacy. Can you tell us a little bit about the book? And thank you so much for my signed copy.
My pleasure. So we have a mutual friend, Randy Goodman.
Yes, love Randy.
She is an amazing, amazing person. She is having her own network. She has Empowering Women to Succeed, which she created as a brand to create her own legacy for others as well. To give back, and we have been working together to put together a charity gala, and you have been also one of the co-nominees for the Eminence Award, which is amazing. We were able to finally host it.
It's a huge honor.
And so, you know, we put that together, but as we started putting it together, she asked me whether I want to be part of her book at that time, which she put together with someone else, because I was nominated for the Toronto Waterfront Awards. And so I did, and the experience was so rewarding that I said to her, listen, if this is what it did to me, then I really think that not only my clients, but everybody else could benefit from this experience. I really think that you should be reviving the Empowering Women to Succeed brand, which has been producing up to that point 5 times #1 international bestsellers, because this gives people the voice. This gives others the inspiration that they need to step into their power. And at the same time, if, let's say, someone is a business owner, that gives them also the beyond border opportunity to be heard. And so she said, well, I'm only going to do it if you are going to do it with me. So we partnered, and this is basically number 6 in the series, Legacy. So we co-produced it. And I'm so delighted to say that the experience of being on both ends, because I'm also writing in it, but I'm also co-producing it with her, has been extremely rewarding and very, you know, an experience that you learn to how to truly give back from all angles. And my particular story is about love, and it's about unconditional love. So my journey, how to find it and how to make it my own. And it's a very big thing, because it's relatively hard to love someone unconditionally if you really think about it. But your previous guest, the pastor, was talking about Jesus and, you know, the unconditional love. So when you absorb it and when you give it out, you're creating waves and you're creating good deeds. And that's what it's all about, changing the world one person at a time.
You sure are. That is so amazing. It's true. Something happened the other day, and I was sharing some information, and the person said, well, you know, it's not a room full of people. We don't have the capacity we expected. I said, you know what? It only takes one person. By imparting from a place of love, sharing that person all the information you can and lovingly, they're going to change their family, and their family is going to change the community, and so on and so forth. So it's so vital to be present and to have the willingness, the zeal to share from that place. So I thank you for what you do.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about the Financial Doctor Show. That is, I like the tagline, anything, get it? Anything is possible. And it sure is. Tell us about that.
So this really has something to do also with what I learned from the Bob Proctor program, that, you know, once you put your mind into something and you have this burning desire, then you made the decision to act. And our thoughts dictate our feelings, and our feelings will dictate our actions. So this is all interconnected as well.
Yes.
So really anything is possible that you put your mind into. And because I really wanted to give back more, especially when the pandemic started, since most of my clients are business owners, and I really wanted to increase their visibility.
Yes.
I said, okay, how am I going to do it? And so obviously one way was, you know, producing books, which we are still doing with Randy. So anyone who's, you know, interested, we are happy to, you know, help them to get their voice out. But the other way was, you know what, how am I going to get people out there and increase their visibility? And I have a very large follower base from musicians, and as you know, everything was closed down for them. And then the business owners, obviously, who wanted to get their voice out and wanted to meet new collaborators, new clients, new everything. Right. So I started to invite them. And what was very interesting, that just started small, has completely outgrown. I have guests who are Order of Canada recipients, former MPs, TEDx speaker, social media correspondent for the Oscars and Golden Globes, someone who's a double Juno Award winner. So it was absolutely amazing, the connections that I was able to win by wanting to give. And someone else that I manifested is actually my friend who joined here today. Zach, she's actually my spiritual
joining
coach.
Us today. Yes.
And so these are the type of caliber of people who you want to manifest in your life, because when you make the decision, you also actually create that vibration to manifest everything that you need in your life, including the people, the resources, and the ideas to succeed.
Wow, I'm so moved by your story, and thank you so much for everything you do. Eni, tell us, how can people find you on social media?
The best way to find me is actually on Facebook. I'm also on LinkedIn, but if you try to send a message, probably we are better off on Facebook.
I've tried.
And if it's okay to give out my phone number, people are definitely welcome to call me. I'm happy to, you know, start a conversation how your anything can be possible. And the number is 416-543-6127.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Eni Oszlai, everyone, please give her a round of applause. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you can come back another time and share some more great things that you're doing in the community.
Sounds amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the Nikki Clarke Show live here on Go Live TV. Thank you so much for joining. And I just want to give a special shout out to a very special sponsor, Armani Hair Studio. She did my natural curls today, rocking it for Black History Month. So thank you again, and please reach out to us, NikkiClarkeNetwork.com. We're also on Instagram, Nikki Clarke 31, and on Facebook, The Nikki Clarke Show. And if you have an Android, you can download the show app on Google Play. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for being a part of this day, and keep transforming lives one story at a time. God bless you. Bye for now.